You're watching Sky News Today. Now, the Hollywood actor Tony Curtis has died at the age of 85. He became a worldwide star after films such as The Sweet Smell of Success and Some Like It Hot. Tony Curtis died in bed, we're told, at his home in Nevada in the United States. Well, on the line now is the actor and friend of Tony Curtis, Sir Roger Moore. Sir Roger, thank you very much indeed for joining us. You worked, of course, very closely with Tony Curtis in the TV series The Persuaders. Yeah. Your reaction to this news?
Well, I found out about 15 minutes ago. I just turned on my internet and saw the headline. Shock at first, because although I knew Tony had not been well, but you never think that the friends are going. It's no. I'm very sad, and I'm sad for Jill, his wife, who was she adored him.
Share some memories of him with us, Sir Roger. I mean, what was it like? It looked like an awful lot of fun making that series. And how did you get this Hollywood star to appear in it? After all, it was a British production.
Well, first of all, it was we had a lot of laughs together for about 15 months, sort of working together every day. And how did it happen? Lou Grade gave me the choice, actually, of who we would do The Persuaders with, whether it would be with Rock Hudson or Glenn Ford or Tony Curtis. As I said that, I suddenly realized now all three are dead, and I'm beginning to sort of think about my mortality.
Well, let's hope that's a long way off. So,
yeah, let's hope for my sake. But for Tony, he had been unwell for a number of years and recovered. I remember at one point he was having a prostate problem, and I went with a mutual friend who's a doctor, and we went into UCLA hospital, sort of with badges and pretending to be staff. I got to see him, Tony, really surprised. But he was great fun to work with. He was a great sense of humour and wonderful ad-libs. We had the best of times.
How good an actor would you say was, just from working with him and, of course, observing him for all those years before you got together in Hollywood?
He was a very fine actor, both in comedy. That's why I had no hesitation at all when Lou Grade said, who would it be? And I thought, my Lord, Tony, absolutely, because he is funny and he is a hell of a good actor. The sort of memories of the good films he did, I think The Boston Strangler, which was a marvellous performance, and then, of course, Some Like It Hot, in drag.
Yes.
And very pretty, too.
There was that as well. Well, you paid some very generous tribute to him there, Sir Roger, and our own Adam Bolton actually interviewed Tony Curtis a few years back, and he had some very nice things to say about you. We just want to play them. I hope you can hear them.
Dear Roger, what a guy he is. When we met, there wasn't any antagonism between us, but there was English, there was American. And, we kind of kept looking at each other because we wanted to find things that could poke at each other.
Yeah.
But we never got to do it. As we got to know each other, we liked each other so much, we became great friends.
Well, I hope you could hear that, Sir Roger, Tony Curtis talking about those early days on The Persuaders, when perhaps, kind of circling each other a little bit, I suppose, two great actors as you were. But he kind of described there the characters you then played in The Persuaders. He, the kind of rough diamond Danny Wilde, and you as the aristocratic Brett Sinclair.
Yeah, Tony off screen would always call me Your Lordship, or drop into a deep curtsy. I must say, just listening to him talk then, wow. Well, I shall miss him.
I think we all shall, Sir Roger. Just, I mean, was he? To dig too deep on these areas, but I mean, he was noted as quite a ladies' man as well. Was he like that when you were working with him?
Yeah, I suppose yes. What do you mean by a ladies' man? Did he? No, he didn't. He didn't flirt around. Or his then wife Leslie was very heavily pregnant through most of the shooting, with the son that unfortunately died a few years ago. Wow. Yeah, I find it very difficult to sum up my emotions in a couple of seconds. It's something you sit down and you write an obituary.
Indeed. Well, Sir Roger, we do appreciate you sparing the time to talk with us today so soon after hearing the news and sharing some of those wonderful memories of that wonderful actor, Tony Curtis.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And thank you. Tony Curtis, whose death was announced today at the age of 85.
It was one of the funniest films ever made. Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis, proving his comic skill both in drag...
I feel like everybody's staring at me. With those legs, are you crazy? Now, come on.
...and out of it, as he parodied his acting hero, Cary Grant.
That's my hobby.
You collect shells?
Yes, so did my father and my grandfather. You might say we had a passion for shells. That's why we named the oil company after Ed.
He was the son of poor Hungarian immigrants who grew up as a New York street kid and didn't speak English until he was 4.
Right from day one, I wanted to show off. I wanted the adulation and the friendship of people petting me and thanking me. You're such a sweet little boy, and maybe I didn't get enough of it.
His craving for attention took him to Hollywood, where he soon became a handsome star in B-movies. He married Janet Leigh, and they appeared the perfect Hollywood couple, starring together in Houdini, until the marriage collapsed.
I'm toasting my favorite new perfume. Success.
By then, Tony Curtis had started to reveal his debts as an actor. In The Sweet Smell of Success, he played a sleazy press agent.
Look, even the tile is falling apart.
The darkest role of all came as a real-life mass murderer in The Boston Strangler. When he didn't get the Oscar nomination he thought he deserved, he decamped to London to camp it up with Roger Moore in a television series, The Persuaders. When he returned to Hollywood, the old Hellraiser fell victim to drink and drugs. But he recovered, became an artist, and married for a 5th time a woman of 27, more than 40 years his junior. Tony Curtis often felt undervalued as an actor, but in a career lasting more than half a century, he proved he was capable of performances that were dark, subtle, and above all, enjoyable.
It's a member of the herring family.
A herring? Isn't it amazing how they get those big fish into those little glass jars?
They shrink when they're marinated. Champagne.